I'm Clara, I'm 35 years old, and I'm a ballet dancer. I started in Venezuela, I come from Venezuela, Caracas, Venezuela, and I started ballet when I was 9 years old. I started because my mother decided to put me in and just to do something else after school, because I was just coming from home and just watching TV and just there, and she thought about the possibility of doing some hobby, kind of. So I started before in national dances, if you can say it, like traditional dance. And then after, because it was a bit far from my house, my mother changed me into this ballet school that was really close to my place. And yeah, and it started. Like that it began. So my first engagement was at the age of 16 years old. And there was a big company. I mean, there were 3 ballet companies in Venezuela, big ones: National Theatre, Ballet Contemporáneo of Caracas, Contemporary Ballet of Caracas, and New World, Ballet New World. So this Contemporary of Caracas, they just saw me, the director saw me in one school encounter, and she saw that I was talented and particular and different. And she hired me as a guest because of my ballet master also. He brought me there, and I got this first contract. She asked me to stay, but my mother said no because I didn't finish my school, my normal school. So I waited 1 year more, and then after she offered again contract. So let's say that at the age of 17, I had my first contract, full contract in a company, and I started my professional career, as we can say it. In Caracas, I did many things from national choreographers and also international choreographers from South America and Latin America. I also did, I remember one piece that I really love it, that was from Thierry Malandin, that one choreographer, French choreographer, and well known here in Europe, and I did there when I was 17. And along my career, I have danced a lot. I have danced pieces from Benjamin Millepied. I have danced pieces from Richard Siegel, that he was a dancer with Forsyth Company. I have danced Vertiginous, Thrill of Exactitude from Forsyth. I mean, I have done a lot of things. Also classical ballet, but back when I was younger and in Venezuela, let's say. And yeah, so I feel that now that I'm 35 years old, I feel complete as a dancer, and I feel really grounded, you know, on what I like and what I don't like, and what I can do and I cannot do. Yeah, so, well, this is a tricky question, no? Because I think ballet world itself is really complicated. It's full of competition, envy, frustrations, power games, no? Game of power, let's say. So yeah, when I moved back, like, let's say my first company, I leave the company because I'm a person that I feel like there's something missing sometimes, and I have to keep on growing up, no? So I left when I was there for 4 years. And I did a lot there, and I went to the National Theatre in Caracas, and there I have to say that I saw what was ballet about. What was ballet world. It was a bigger company. We were about 60 dancers. It was awful. The environment was horrible, especially not between the dancers, because between us, of course, you like some people, you don't like some people, you have trouble with some people or not. It's normal, no? It's really normal. Competition, envy is normal, jealousy. But I realized I was pretty young, and I came up to the real world where people that don't deserve to be directors, for example, or people that don't deserve to be a ballet master, they are. So, and even people without a career, like without dancing anything, they are on top of you, like in a higher hierarchy, and sometimes they are so frustrated with themselves that when they see someone that is good or have a career or can have something better than them, they just push you down. And not just me, I'm not talking just about me and saying like, wow, Clara, no, it's about many. I saw so many good dancers get destroyed about these people, and I was amazed. Thanks God I was strong enough to go out from there, to learn. They were really like masters for me, that they pushed me into the Europe world, and I said to myself, I was 2 years there, and I said to myself, I can't be here anymore, otherwise I have to stop dancing, because this is not healthy, not even healthy, you know, like I will face things like, for example, ballet director calling me to his office and telling me, asking me to sleep with him in front of me, like, and not just me, girls that they were there in Venezuela, like with me in the company, 17 years old girls, like the guy will ask them to sleep with them, like horrible situation. I was with my husband there, and also Carlos experienced many horrible things there, and also we were a couple, so it was even harder. So we had to leave, and we came to Europe. I feel here the same stories happen, actually. Everywhere you find people like that, without experience or whatever, and they can have luck to be even higher than you, and they are also frustrated. Everywhere you find that, but here they have to respect more. Let's say here the laws are more respected, and that's why you cannot you can fight against many things, you know, against bullying, against this, that somebody will call you in the office and say, can you sleep with me? Like, this doesn't happen so open, no? But it does happen still. My first experiences here in Europe, they were competitions. I did 2 competitions, one in Italy and the second one in Sochi, Russia. And I was invited there with my husband by Yuri Grigorovich to compete there in Sochi. It was, I think, the first year of this competition. I don't know. It was pretty new in that moment. And yeah, I mean, we could see that society was completely different. And we lived here in Italy for 3 months after we won some prizes in the Italian competition. The jury was Julio Boca, so it was really pretty nice for us, because I have to say that in Venezuela we don't have ballet schools that will like make dancers. You know, you have talented people and talented teachers that will be there for you, but it's a hobby, you know, no one wants to be a dancer. So it was pretty difficult for 2 Venezuelans to come here, that there we dance repertoire that is like so old, and we try to keep on classical, that when Europe is going really neoclassical or contemporary. So our first auditions, the first year that we came here for audition, it was pretty hard to get something, but we got these competitions and we got the experience. Then after second year that we came, we got the first contract in Innsbruck, dance company in Innsbruck, and I have to say that it was lovely, it was really nice, the work was good, and the city was beautiful. And yeah, and we got a lot of experience, and then after I came here to Dortmund. Yeah, I think it's the best thing that could ever happen to me. Before, I didn't want babies. Because I was afraid of losing my shape, of losing my contract, of this, no? But then after, I feel like, yeah, I needed it, and I did it, and I made it possible, and I came back to my shape and to my routine. It's hard, I have to say that it's hard, but I feel like every time it's getting less harder, you know, because baby is growing, and soon everything that is hard for me, they are gonna be just memories, you know, because she's growing up, every time she's more independent, and yeah, and thanks God I have to keep on doing my things, because we are all humans and we have to keep on feeding our what we want to do, no? And you cannot just quit because of something. If you want to continue as a mom, I said to all the ballet mothers, if you want to have a baby, have it, and if you want to keep on going, you can do it. It's not a problem. I can assure you, many people have done it, and why? There is not a reason not to do it. I feel like, actually, if I have to say it like real and honest, I think after having a baby, I was forgotten. I was forgotten in my company. My ballet director didn't treat me anymore how he was treating me. And I even was called that I was a mom and maybe I would have problems and maybe I will not come back to my shape. And it was really interesting because I came back to my shape. I came back to be the same Clara, and I think even better now because I feel more powerful a woman. And anyways, I was told that I was too old to keep on dancing. And I feel it's just a matter of being a mom and having a baby that then after you're a bit like, okay, next, you know. But that's life. Anyways, thanks God that what makes me particular, as many choreographers have seen it, is still there. and I can keep on dancing, and I'm happy that I will decide when I stop and no someone deciding for me when I have to. Okay, I was always the black person in the ballet school, in the ballet world, in my ballet companies, always. And I don't mean it bad. I always felt good. I was raised really well by my mom, you know, like she always told me that I wasn't even different. I even didn't know that I was different than anyone. Yeah, actually not. But I feel for all the people, for example, in America, in the United States of America, that are struggling and they are black dancers, and they have been told, you cannot do this, or you don't have the conditions, or your muscles are too big, or you are too black, or don't care, you know? Because if you have the talent must overcome everything. And this is an example, not even just with me, like with people like Misty Copeland and many before her, no? So don't hear these kind of things, because I feel that frustrated people will always find something to not make you succeed. And if you are black, they will even say it to you more. So don't give up. Don't give up and don't care, and continue. If you are talented and you have this will and you want to be a ballet dancer, you can do it for sure. Funny enough, I felt it in my country. Yeah, it's really sad because actually I live here in Germany I'm 6 years here in Germany, and I was 5 years in Innsbruck, and they are countries with really white people, let's say. And I never felt anything weird, or they never let me know that something was bad because of my color, no? Let's say they really respected always. But in my country I felt it. In Venezuela, funny enough, in the National Theater, I was told that I could not do many things because I was black. They even wanted to paint me like with white things sometimes to do certain stuff. And it's so funny because Venezuela is a mixed country. We are all a mixture of white Spaniards, Afro-Americans, and native. African people and native, sorry. And and I was told that I couldn't do many things. Even they will put people less talented in front of me because I was dark. So, or for example, I will receive commentaries, I will have commentaries, like comments like, oh my God, how do you have those feet? You know, because I have a lot, like arches, like, because you are black, you know, black people don't have feet like that, and black people, things like that. And I was like impressed that here doesn't happen. Be strong. I feel that the first thing that you have to know, guys, young dancers, is you have to be strong. A strong mind is on a strong body. You know what I mean? If you're strong here, nothing can affect you anywhere. You know, of course, injuries can happen. I'm not saying that you will not get injured if you are strong, but I'm just saying that if you keep on being really strong inside and intelligent and know your body, know your talent, know what you can do, know what you cannot do, and work also in what you have, and work in what you don't have, and show what you have, is the best thing that you can do. You know, like show your talent and your abilities and work in the things that you cannot do, you know. And I feel also maybe you have heard this a lot, but me, I mean it completely. Competition is with yourself, guys. When you start to look around, you lose time, you waste time. This career is like this. I'm so happy that I'm 35 and I continue dancing, because actually you can be like 20 and be injured and ciao, you know, like break a leg. Or this career is every day you have to go to the ballet studio, or in your performances, like if it's the last day of your career, like that you will enjoy. And don't look around. If you look around, look to learn, look to enjoy people, you know, look to learn, but don't look to compete. The competition is with yourself. Focus and be strong. This is the key of success. I will act. And how do you act? With the body, with the talent, you know? This hurts more than talking. If you talk and try to convince someone that doesn't see your talent, it's not worth it, because that person can say whatever to you. And when this person is powerful, this person can say whatever to you. Many reasons. I don't know, because you have long hair, because your hair is black, because you're whatever, you know. The best thing to do in those cases, that for me it has happened a lot, it's when someone else comes and you are working and you work and you focus and you do your things, and another person comes, and maybe this person is even like more powerful, or this person is even more known. I'm talking about ballet world, you know, and this person says, this girl is amazing, this girl is beautiful, this person I will put in my piece, you know. This is the best fight, because that one you won, you know. Not talking, just work and go for it, and make people talk good about you.